Hello everybody, my name is Nicholas. Welcome back to another video. And today we are here talking about a tropical update, as I have a huge update for you guys again today. Make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We need 25 more subscribers to be able to live stream on YouTube for future storm chasing and hurricane chasing, as we are in hurricane season. And we're going to get right into it. We're not going to waste any time. We just got issued Tropical Depression 2 has just formed. And these are some of the key messages that you can read here. Tropical Depression 2 is expected to strengthen and be a hurricane when it reaches the Windward Islands late Sunday night or Monday, being at risk of heavy rainfall, hurricane force winds, and storm surge and waves. Hurricane and tropical storm watches will be required later tonight or early Saturday. Interest in the Central and Western Caribbean should monitor the progress of the system within the next 4 to 5 days. And we're going to get right into it. So this is the wind speed probabilities. And this is just for the tropical storm force wind probabilities. You could see definitely for the Windward Islands here, Barbados going up towards Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, and Jamaica. Up to 80 to 90% in this red zone right here. And then if we look at, this is just tropical storm force winds. Now we go to the 50 knot winds or 58 mile an hour winds, mostly just for the Windward Islands. You can see it has that 40 to 50% chance for the Windward Islands, for Barbados as well, going up towards Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, just south of Puerto Rico. And then, of course, the hurricane force wind gust for now, mostly just offshore of the Windward Islands and maybe getting towards Jamaica, maybe. We'll have to wait and see on that. The arrival time of the winds, again, this will update every single advisory, as they will do advisories now. So this is the earliest reasonable arrival time of tropical storm force wind gust. You could see approaching the Windward Islands around Sunday night, Monday morning, Puerto Rico Monday evening, and then the Dominican Republic throughout the day, Tuesday, and maybe even towards Jamaica Tuesday evening until Wednesday morning, going into next week as well. Let me just see. Just trying to get the... here is the latest cone. I just want to stress this. The cone contains the probable path of the storm center, but does not show the size of the storm. Hazardous conditions can occur outside the cone. So we are predicting this to be a hurricane by Sunday afternoon. Excuse me. By Sunday afternoon, and a tropical storm as early as tonight. As you can see, it will approach the Windward Islands around around Monday, early afternoon, late morning, and then potentially be a hurricane out here, or potentially again, this is 4 or 5 days away, but could potentially be maybe a major hurricane, maybe out here towards Jamaica and the Dominican Republic. We'll have to wait and see, but you can definitely tell a rapid intensification is likely with this storm. We can look at the rainfall potential. You could see the you have it in millimeters and in inches over here as well. So for Barbados, near St. Vincent, maybe 4 to 6 inches of rainfall. And then everywhere else around 2 to 4 inches, 1 to 2 inches as well. And then just offshore up to 6 to 8, maybe 8 to 12 inches of rain just offshore. So we're going to look at the model guide and see what the latest model runs has. This is the latest GFS model. So we take it, we'll get it on the map here. So we'll just take it 48 hours, 2 days out. We have a tropical storm barrel out here in the main development region, and then we take it out 3 days from now. We have hurricane barrel, very strong hurricane barrel Category 2 hurricane, potentially heading towards the Windward Islands, making landfall in the Windward Islands around Monday evening as a 966 millibar low pressure, a very strong hurricane. Sorry for yawning, guys. I'm a little tired, but. And then as we go through 4 days, crosses the Windward Islands, we go to Tuesday morning. It's just south of Puerto Rico, weakening a little bit as it had a little bit of lane interaction, but also the high pressure and the dust as well, kind of getting inside of this hurricane. And then as it continues to travel north, it'll head towards the Dominican Republic and then get pushed to the west. The GFS takes it 4 days out, or 5 days out with the GFS, and we have Tropical Storm Beryl making landfall again, maybe on the southern tip of the Dominican Republic, and then we have potentially Tropical Storm or Depression Chris back here getting ready to hit the Windward Islands as well. So we take it out a little more. The GFS takes this as this next wave behind it as a tropical storm, maybe even strengthening up to a hurricane, and again making landfall as a strong tropical storm, weak hurricane, the Dominican Republic next Friday. That'll have to be wait to see. As you can see, that our first wave right here that hits the Dominican Republic weakens out, and that second wave weakens out, and then maybe tries to take a northern track, gets pulled up to the north, maybe tries to make landfall as a depression or storm maybe into South Carolina on July 8th, which is almost 2 weeks away. So we're going to look at the Euro model now. So we're going to take this out 2 days like we did with the GFS. The Euro takes it on the weaker trend, but still showing a tropical storm in 48 hours. And then in 72 hours, in just 3 days, we have still a strengthening tropical storm heading towards the Lesser Antilles and the Windward Islands, which the National Hurricane Center is predicting a hurricane by this point, and then making landfall as a tropical storm according to the Euro. Again, around the same time, Monday afternoon, Monday evening, as a weak tropical storm, and then continues to move through the Caribbean 4 days out, just south of Puerto Rico. Still just a tropical storm, maybe a weekend hurricane, and then takes it kind of weak. We take it 5 days away. We got that again, that wave behind it, trying to form up and maybe be Tropical Depression Chris or Tropical Storm Chris eventually. And then again, the Euro takes the wave 95 or take Tropical Depression 2, the one we're worried about now, south of the Dominican Republic, weakens it down but strengthens it right back up again. It hits and goes just to the south side of Jamaica around Wednesday afternoon, next Wednesday afternoon, next Wednesday evening, hitting Jamaica, and then getting pushed to the west. And then that second wave moves through, maybe a depression or tropical storm according to the Euro. And then that first wave, the Tropical Depression 2, gonna make landfall near Honduras and Nicaragua, and then move into the Yucatan. And then as it moves into the Yucatan, potentially strengthen up and potentially be a hurricane hitting Mexico next Sunday. And then that second wave kind of diminishes out, doesn't really form up anything else. So we go with the trends. We go with the Euro model and the GFS model. Both of the ensemble members showing. We'll go with the GFS first. This is the GFS ensemble members. You can see the average is black right here. This is your average of the members, taking it very strong at the start and then weakening out, heading kind of west, heading in that west-northwest direction, then heading directly west all the way through into Mexico. Only very few, most of the members do take it on the northern track, and only a couple members show it entering the Gulf, potentially being a threat to the Gulf Coast. Most of the members take it into Mexico as something weak, not very strong. The Euro model takes it very weak at the start, and then very strong as it gets over the Lesser Antilles, goes just south of Puerto Rico, and then you kind of have that split with this black line, your average of the members. Takes it again south of Puerto Rico, takes it on that western turn, and then pulls it to the north just a little bit. That west-northwest turn, and takes it right into the Bay of Campeche. But you could see a lot of the members do like it on that northern side, potentially heading into a couple of members showing it hitting, actually 3 members showing it hitting Florida, a couple members showing Texas, but you could see they're very strong at the start, but as they make landfall, only one of them, the one near the Galveston area, maybe near Houston, showing some strength. All the other ones show kind of weak as well, but also most of the members showing it going into the Yucatan and being something weak. You can see just for the short term, only going out 4 days. With the GFS over here on the right side of your screen, we have, again, your average, of course, taking it right towards Jamaica in the next 4 or 5 days, of course, being very weak and then strengthening up over the Lesser Antilles, and then continuing to strengthen, but as it gets past Puerto Rico, weakening significantly. The Euro takes it out very weak, and then as it gets right before it hits the Lesser Antilles, strengthens up very quickly, and then takes kind of the northern, the average takes it right to the southern side of Jamaica, but a lot of members kind of split here. You got some taking that southern track, and then you got some taking a northern track towards Cuba and the Bahamas. So really quickly, we're going to go over your impacts for the Lesser Antilles and potentially going out for the next 10 days. So the next 10 days, as we go through, you can zoom into your area. This is windy.com. You can check the rain accumulation. You can also check your winds, your wind gust, and your wind accumulation, kind of just what the winds could be like in the next 10 days. You can see with the Euro model, it does bring a lot of rain towards Kingstown, bringing 5, 6, anywhere from 5 to 7 inches near Kingstown, and some up here to the northern islands, maybe 5, 6 inches in isolated areas up here as well, and then takes it south of the Dominican Republic. You can see just on the southern side here, maybe 4 or 5 inches of rain, and then on the southern tip here near the coast, maybe 3, 4 inches of rain, and then heading towards Jamaica. On the southern side of Jamaica, bringing maybe potentially anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of rainfall, and then taking it into the Yucatan near Nicaragua and Honduras along the coast here, showing 4, 5, 6, 7 inches, maybe even isolated portions of 9 inches of rainfall as it goes into the Bay of Campeche in the Western Gulf, and causes, look at that, 12, 13 inches of rain into Mexico, devastating flooding into Mexico. But that's just the Euro model. We look at the GFS model. GFS takes the storm very strong at the start. So you can see the rain total is very strict over here near Kingstown, bringing 6, 7 inches of rainfall, and then continuing on that northern track and hitting the southern Dominican Republic, going right over the Dominican Republic, bringing potentially 7 to 10 inches of rainfall. And then maybe curving up towards Florida within the next 10 days, according to the rainfall. Maybe coming up towards southern Florida, which should have a lot of rain a couple months ago, and you could see the coast of Florida here getting maybe 4-5 inches of rain, and also near Marco Island maybe getting 4 or 5 inches of rain too, and of course the Bahamas getting in on 4 to 5 inches of rain as well. So we look at the wind accumulation, kind of what the wind gusts could be like, the wind track of uh, this is in 10 days as well, so it's also talking about the wave behind it. But you could see, if we go really just for the next 5 days on your wind, according to the GFS model, if we zoom in here, you could see GFS. Actually, let's look just, yeah. So within the next 5 days, I don't know why it's not letting me. There we go. Within the next 5 days, we could see 80 to 90 mile an hour wind gust over here for the Lesser Antilles, and then as again takes it on that northern side heading towards the Dominican Republic. Still a very strong storm. Now we'll take it out the next 10 days, and you can see taking on the southern side of the Dominican Republic, bringing some tropical storm force wind gusts to the coast, and even going over the southern tip of the Dominican Republic. Maybe even getting towards hurricane force wind gusts there too, and then heading up towards Florida, but again weakening as it does so. If we just kind of take a zoom out here, and then maybe try to go into the this is going to be Invest 94L over here. This is what these winds are for the next 10 days, not bringing much in winds towards Mexico, but showing potentially, as it takes that northern track, it kind of curves up towards the Bahamas, not really bringing much winds to Florida, not even really tropical depression force winds at all, and then maybe coming up and maybe bringing some tropical storm force wind gusts up here to the coast, the Carolinas, and then moving up and potentially bringing tropical storm force winds towards Boston, Rhode Island, Connecticut, potentially as it continues on that northern track. Now with the Euro, in the next 5 days, the Euro model takes it again a little bit, it takes it kind of near the same strength, but a little bit of a broader track. With this one, you can see, again, 60, not really showing as much strength, really barely even hurricane force winds. It takes it kind of a northern track. And then as it goes towards just south of Puerto Rico, then you get maybe that Cat 1 hurricane with 80, 90 mile an hour winds. Stays to the southern side of the Dominican Republic, maybe bringing some tropical storm force wind gusts to the southern side of the Dominican Republic, maybe the northern side as well. But if we look at the next 10 days, the Euro again, just south of Jamaica, getting in that 90 mile an hour winds. And then, of course, Jamaica getting 40, 50 mile an hour winds as well. And then taking it into Central America, crossing over, again, bringing potentially just maybe some hurricane force winds right along the coast at landfall, and then weakening significantly over land, and then maybe again at the last minute strengthening up and maybe bringing around Cat 2 Category 2 hurricane conditions right along the coast here in Mexico. You see we got that 100 mile an hour plus winds right along the coast there as it attempts to make landfall. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe out there. If you need any more information for your area, again, you just go to the National Hurricane Center. And you can click on, you can see here, tropical depression forms over the central tropical Atlantic, expected to strengthen to a hurricane as it approaches the Windward Islands. You can see all the wind speed probabilities, the arrival time of the winds, the cone, the key messages, and the rainfall potential. I will keep you guys updated. I assume I will, well, I don't assume, I'm more than likely going to say that tomorrow we will be here talking about tropical storm um, oh my goodness, I can't talk. I'm so sorry. Tropical storm barrel. You can see just on the next 7 days on these other ways. Invest 94L, 30% in the next 48 hours, and in the next 7 days. Again, not going to bring much to Mexico. This wave behind it, the disturbance 3. It's not an invest yet, just a disturbance. 30% in the next 7 days. Potentially could go on the same path as tropical tropical depression 2. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Make sure to subscribe. We'll have a video tomorrow, and maybe Monday have a live stream Monday of it affecting the Lesser Antilles. And then talking about maybe the future in that live stream. I don't know yet. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.